Welcome back. And on this vlog today, I think not only we're doing a group ride, I think I'm also going to speak about top reasons why you should get a Super 73. First and foremost, guys, I just want to say that I'm not here to convince anyone to buy these bikes. I'm not sponsored by Super 73. And I'm strictly speaking for my own experience in owning these bikes and other bikes too. I've had a Zugo, Rhino, E-Bike, swagtron E-Bike, and I still have my Hyper E-Bike, which I still use on a weekly basis. I just want to let you guys know all bikes matter, and all electric bikes are fun in their own way, in their own category. With that said, let's dive into the top reasons why I like Super 73s. To let you guys know right ahead of time, I am a transparent electric enthusiast, and do not worry, there will be top reasons why you should not get a Super 73 coming on the next video. So stay tuned for that. Oh, another dead skunk, another roadkill. Wow, this is a pretty tight road. So we'll just take over the whole lane here. Alright, reason number one why you should get a Super 73. Definitely the speed. The top speed is 31 miles per hour, and it's very useful in some areas where you're in a pinch and you just need to go a little bit faster. There are a lot of e-bikes that I've tried are like 20 miles per hour and 28 miles per hour, and another roadkill. 28 miles per hour is actually, you see a big difference with 31 miles per hour bikes. So reason number one, this is one of the most speedy e-bikes out there on the class 3, class 4 e-bike in its category. Alright, reason number two is not only that it has speed, is it's got some torque. Like if you guys see this, we're going uphill right now, and I'm barely throttling, and it's going 25 miles per hour. So that torque helps out a lot when you're crossing roads, and again, kind of go hand on hand with the speed factor. It's definitely torquier than other e-bikes, so that's what I love about it, and that's why we were sold on these Super 73 e-bikes. So these e-bikes are 1,000 watt nominal and peaks at 2,000 watts, giving you that great torque going uphill. I think I've pushed about, here, let's try to go as fast as we can. I've gone about 28, 29 miles per hour going uphill on this guy with a little bit of pedaling assistance. And that's fast for any e-bikes out in the market. So speed and torque, top two reasons why we went with this e-bike. And not only that, is what I noticed too is they're accurate in terms of their speedometer speed, whereas other e-bikes that I've seen have had experience with, they're not as accurate as what their speedometer says. So just keep that in mind. Alright, going back to the reason number two and one, being zippy and torquey. My wife and I love to explore different places. We like to go to different towns, and what better way can you tour a city that you haven't been to by using an e-bike? By using an e-bike, you can tour cities in an hour or two. I remember going to Santa Barbara, and we went everywhere within 2 hours. We were able to see most landmarks. Alright folks, so my top reason number three on a Super 73 is because it's versatile. It's a very versatile bike. I can take it on beach paths, I can take it on a sidewalk, I can take it in the street, and and it's one of the, I wouldn't say it's one of the most portable e-bikes out there. It's a 73 to 83 pound bike with the S2 and the RX. But, it's not as heavy as a juice bike. I've really liked juice bikes as well, but because they're like 100-pounder, that thing adds up, and putting that in our SUV would give me back problems eventually. And those bikes are fast, but if they're heavy, I know those juice bikes, they kind of struggle going uphill, at least from what I've observed, and rightfully so, because of the weight that it has to carry. Wow, look at this hill. Jesus. See, on these hills, I would worry if I had other e-bikes. But Super73 is pretty great up hills. Eats hills for breakfast. So it's basically a great all-around versatile e-bike. And you can use it for commuting, you can use it for food delivery. And at 31 miles per hour, it's speedy enough for our needs. Obviously, there's faster e-bikes out there. That's moving into the motorcycle electric category, though. And we're not sure how those are going to be regulated in the future. So we're holding off on getting those more expensive, way faster electric motorcycles. And just flat out, we love the pedal aspect. We love being able to pedal when it comes to people trying to judge you otherwise, when we get looks that we're motorcycles on beach paths, and you can just tell from these looks, just pedal, and then they're like, oh, it's like educating people who have not seen these e-bikes because they look so much like a cafe racer motorcycle. The other thing too is you can take these bikes on drive-thrus. Get yourself fast food, run some errands, and out of my drive-thrus experience, I think I've only had one issue where the sensor didn't sense the bike, and then the employees chose not to. I'm breaking with my foot here. Chose not to speak to me in the intercom, so I had to speak to their manager about it. And it was okay. It worked out. It was just really the employees not knowing. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks. How did he know that was my wife? All right. Reason number 4 is it has a pretty good battery life. These bikes. It lasts like 30 miles on average, and you'd last a little longer if you pedal more, obviously. But what I mean by what I like about the battery is the casing of it. They made it look like a motorcycle tank in a shape that way. Not a lot of other e-bikes do that, so I think that stands out for us, the design of the battery. And you may not care much for this, but charging these bikes are actually very convenient. There's a convenient factor that they're not even really advertising. The way you charge these bikes is you just plug it in and you forget about it, because it has its own battery management system where it shuts off the charging for you when it's fully charged. Versus other e-bikes I've had, I have to charge it and I have to put a timer on it because it doesn't have Who's honking? Why are we honking? Just for fun? I think that was just for fun. Yeah, so this bike, plug it in, press the power button on, and it'll just self-charge, and it has an auto shut-off feature where you won't have to get up when it's fully charged and unplug it. So that's actually very convenient, in my opinion, and I like that very much about these bikes. So moving on to reason number 5. When you buy these Super 73 bikes, you're buying a culture and a community that goes with it. And what I mean is there's so much support out there from other riders that if customer support isn't helping, they're a big following of the community that will help you in their own experiences. And there are much more group rides of Super 73s versus other e-bike companies that I know of. There's definitely a big market, a big following for Super 73 e-bikes. Excuse me, Mercedes. Squeezing on a little bit here. Like, you don't really see a group ride of aerial riders or zugo rhinos. There's not group rides for that. Whereas there's this community for you. And everyone's pretty chill and cool. So with a big community and big market for it means there's accessories, lots of accessories that people are making for it, or different companies are starting to buy in on these bikes that they're making their own accessories and they're selling them, which is cool. I wish the company were a little bit had more accessories, but that's supposed to come soon. They're just delayed on that. Moving on to reason number 6 is flat out just the design. The design of this bike, the way it looks, is very desirable, and the community speaks for it. The number of sales that they have speaks for it. The success of the company speaks for it. You know, they don't have the best components, yet they're one of the most popular ones out there in the e-bike market. I gotta look out for Crystal, because she's kind of behind. Just making sure she's here. The way I see it, Super 73 is like Apple. You know, they don't have all the features out there. They don't have the best features out there, but their design is so well made and it's so popular that that's why we like it. That's why we also eventually caved in to this bike. If these bikes were phones, these would be the Apple brand. They have a branding. They don't have the best components. And just like Apple, they're pricey because they know they have a good product aesthetically and they have a great design. That's why they can mark up the prices. Alright folks, my last reason, number 7, why you should get a Super 73 is maybe because of YouTube. If you want to do any kind of vlogging, there's a strong demand and desire to have these bikes. So you do well on YouTube analytics when you're YouTubing on these bikes versus other bikes. And this is from my own experience that I've seen, and because I want to vlog about these things. I had nothing to do during the pandemic times. that gives me something to do, and that's vlogging. So if you want to vlog and you want that subscriber following, I think Super73 is a great choice. I've seen a lot of folks doing the same thing, and if you see something successful, you try to copy their formula, and here we are. This is why we have Super73s. Obviously, each individual's needs are different, and there's so many reviews already out there on these bikes, and I thank you so much for listening to my top reasons of why my wife and I love these Super73s. Thank you for tuning in. This is Julian signing out. See you guys on the next time. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And stay tuned for the top reasons of why you should not get a Super73. So that's coming right up shortly, sometime in the near future. Stay safe out there, guys.